One Piece chapter 994, I believe. Yes, 994. My other name is Yamato. Excuse me. And first of all, I want to start. This says it's the final volume of this cover story. It's about time. It is about time. Get to move on from this and maybe move on to someone more interesting, like Bonnie, maybe, because isn't she still with Marie Joie? But she might be part of Reverie, so let's keep it moving. So, okay. I want to get this out the way before we get into the chapter fully. I think this chapter, at best, was a 5 out of 10. At best, and that's only because of the ending of the chapter. This middle portion of this chapter, I don't know what the fuck is going. It seemed real ass pulley to me. But let's get into it. Let's go straight to the beginning. I talked a lot about Kiku getting an arm cut off at the end of the last chapter, and I thought maybe this should be the end of her. But I also said somebody might sweep in and patch up her wound, and you know how One Piece go. I'm ready to fight, and that's basically what happened. Izo, I'm pretty sure he put gunpowder on her wound, and Kinemon used his fire to starch her wound. Kaido has this warrior's mentality, and you see it wholeheartedly. How he even has respect for the scabbards because of the way of the samurai. He believed that's how things supposed to be. Even when you know you're going to lose, you still fight to the death. And that's also part of the reason why Oden messed with him. The Oden situation messed with him a little bit. Because Kaido got this thing where he wants to die. It seems like he wants to die this warrior's death. He says that one's life isn't complete until death. You're not a complete person until death. Kaido... So we're seeing Kaido's having these mental problems, and he seems suicidal because he don't feel like he's complete. Now we see Kaido don't feel like he's fully a person at this point. He said, I'm the strongest. No one can beat me. I have all this money. I got the woman. I can eat everything I want. I can drink as much as I want. All that. But it's all meaningless because I haven't truly left a legacy. Is that how his mind work? But whatever, I ain't gonna spend too much time on it. And the last thing, Kaido finally got out his dragon form. And now I'm wondering, right? Does Kaido have a hybrid form at all? Or is it just dragon to human? Or whatever he Oni or ogre, whatever he is. Is Kaido act like, we'll see. But it's just interesting to me that when Kaido decides he's getting ready to turn up, he gets out of his dragon form. I think that's interesting. But all right, now let's get into. First of all, we got the Gifter Hamlet, and Oda's getting out of control. Is this the wrath coming out of this man's ass? I think Oda is getting out of control. And I don't mind it. It's actually funny to me. Like, I don't mind Oda getting creative with the gifters. Maybe he's getting a little too creative for Shonen Jump. But yeah, that is what it is. The same thing happening. Luffy running to try to get to Kaido. And Jinbei is dangerous. And Sanji is why you ain't mentioned Black Leg. And all that. And then we have the situation with Queen still happening, the plague situation. And One of the samurai gets affected. He's like, I'm about to kill myself. And Hiragiro's like, don't do it. I will cut you down as soon as you change, if that's what it takes. Blah, blah, blah. Don't go out that way. And I'm like, bro, like, what? Like, why do I care about this? Why is this here? Like, what are we doing here? Am I supposed to feel some type of emotion from this? I don't feel anything. Why should I care? Who is this? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? So all that happening, and then you got Queen affecting his own men and all that. And then Queen had his speech. Who's affected? Your loved ones, your friends, your allies. You know, like, it's like, bro, it's so... I think what really annoys me about this, Queen is reminding me of Moria. But like, he sit back and he has these abilities that just go out and affect people. And he just talks shit. It ain't really doing nothing. Like, and then he had the nerve to not only do this. You got Chopper, and Chopper like, oh, the mastermind behind the virus is right here, and we got to get the antidote or the antibodies or whatever. Like, it was going back and forth on that. You got Queen talking about it ain't a game if you don't give them a fighting chance and all that. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? And then he had the nerve to throw the antidote to a pool and say you need to survive for an hour because the people who's infected won't survive an hour. What the fuck is this? What is this? This is what makes this chapter, like, this was a frustrating read. I'm like, bro, what is this shit? Why is Queen doing this? Why is he this way? It's fine if he's bloodthirsty and all that, and he's a little off, but you expect that... The only way they can make up for this shit right here that I'm seeing, because it seemed like it's just a way to save everyone. That's what it always feel like. It always feel like Oda's trying to save everyone. When you use the word war and battle and it's pirates, we gotta see some casualties. Oda, it's a Yonko. It's 2 Yonko here. There has to be some casualties. Why is there always a way to save everyone? You got Zoro going after a pool now. Zoro should get lost. Like, for real. But it's just like, bro, like, it's just, it's like Oda found a bullshit way to give the Straw Hats a path to save everyone. And it's just getting irritating. Like, bro, to be honest, like, half the Scabbards should die. If I'm being completely honest, you got 9 samurai versus a Yonko. A few of them should be, you know, Period. This chapter was so frustrating with that way. And then you got Shinobu, if you're truly on outside. Like, alright, let me transition, right? Y'all know I don't like Shinobu. And she land on the ground, bleeding and shit. If you're truly on outside, please protect Lord Momonosuke. Like, once again, didn't Luffy tell you that Yamato will protect you? This whole time you spent running away from it. Now you're in a dire situation because of you. I don't like Shinobu at all. She's an idiot. Even in the anime, when they had that extra argument with Law, and she was fussing with Law, and she was saying he need to kill his members and all that shit. Like, yo, shut the f*** up. They could be ratting. Whole time is one of your people ratting. Shut the f*** up. Like, for real, and I'm sorry for cussing so much. He just irritated me. But with all that, this was the part that boosted this chapter up to a 5 to me. Because I've been coming in here and saying, bro, like, I don't care. One Piece is one of my favorite series of all time. But I keep it 100. I would have came in here and said this chapter was like a 2, 3 out of 10. If it wasn't for this part with Yamato. being goaded. Yamato better join the crew. Yamato comes in. She gets up. She says she will protect both of y'all. She said, I know I called myself old and earlier, but my other name is Yamato. And she does this bat swing with her club. And it completely obliterates, what's your name? Hari. It completely obliterates him. It was like a freaking air, I don't know, hockey wave attack of some sort. And it just completely destroys him. And Sasaki like, oh! And he's confused about, oh, I didn't expect her to be like that. And Yamato said, I will die for you. And the chapter ends, break next week. Look, man. Yamato is good, and she better join this. She better join the crew. Yamato better join the crew. Because, I mean, just look at her, bro. You can tell she's dead serious about anytime a character say, I will die for you like this, and she ready to go toe-to-toe with Sasaki, if it even gets to that, because it probably don't get to that. She got to join the crew. She had a chapter named after her and all that. She got to join the crew. So, it's time. And she would be dope. We need a female character that put in work. Because Nami and Robin have been putting in work lately. So we need Yamato. She gonna put in work. We already see that. But that's it, man. Like, this chapter was almost, I was almost ready to come in here pissed. Like, I was semi-pissed when I was talking about the middle portion of the chapter. But I would have came in here pissed. Like, what the fuck is this chapter? But Yamato made it up for me. And also Kaido. His little speech, his dialogue, Kaido's takes on things is more interesting than I think people give him credit for. I might make a whole video. I made a video on Kaido, but that was just talking about him being weaker than what we thought. I might make a video on Kaido's philosophy. The way his brain works, the psychology of Kaido. Something like that. You know, or I may pull a nuts. No one understands Kaido. But that's it, man. I don't want to keep y'all too long. I'm out this bitch. Peace.